Alrighty! Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Prince Zodiac, and welcome back to another episode of Black Myth Wukong. In the last episode, we did quite a bit of exploration through not this area, but an area up ahead. What's it called? Here, I'll look at the name right now. Let's see. The Valley of Ecstasy. We're doing quite a bit of exploring through the Valley of Ecstasy because the Valley of Ecstasy is a very big open area that has a lot to wander around and explore through. So definitely a vast change of pace compared to everything I've been used to so far. It just way opened up in that section, which was really interesting, and I'm really excited to get back to that. But before we can, I've got a few things on the itinerary today, mostly involving some quests that we have missed. So, I think I mentioned in the last episode that I wanted to look back through and see if I could figure out, through my own footage, what these things are. And looking back through even some of my oldest footage of like chapter 1, I missed one of these. This is from chapter 2. I thought it was from chapter 1. No, this one's chapter 2. There is one in chapter 1. I just forgot to pick it up. Yeah, this is from chapter 2, I believe, and this is from this area. So we got to go back and pick up chapter 1s. And we also missed the rest of what to do with this thing, which I think I know where to go. Like, I couldn't figure out completely where it was exactly. So, like, I got a hint from someone. I, like, asked a friend to give me a hint of where to go, and they pointed me in the right direction, so I think I know where to go for this one now. So we'll also be getting to doing that and finishing that up, whatever quest this was. But in the meantime, before we do any of that, we have some enemies to learn about. Education time. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? Circus Monkey. Through hoops they leap and somersault, with drums and tricks their skills exalt. The wicked stride with fearless ease, the kind are burdened, souls aggrieved. Years ago, after Mount Huago was destroyed, the macaque chief led his followers away, seeking a new place to practice. They trekked to the flaming mountains, hoping to settle there. However, a plague soon broke out among the monkeys. The macaque chief ordered the sick monkeys to be thrown into a deep valley. This action instilled fear among the monkeys, causing them to abandon him and wander aimlessly. They traveled through mortal cities, disguising themselves as circus monkeys to earn a living. However, after each performance, the audience would disperse, leaving them with meager earnings and empty bellies. One day, a monkey had a sudden idea. Why not use their performances to gather people together and then rob them? With that thought, they beat their drums and gongs, performing energetically to attract a crowd. Once the audience had gathered, they killed them, stripped them of their clothes and valuables, and fled to the next city. It was in this manner that they eventually reached the New West, and upon hearing that the macaque chief was also practicing there, they decided to become monks. Feeling the weight of his guilt towards his kin, the macaque chief avoided them, which only fueled their resentment. Knowing they were no match for the macaque chief, they took on the role of welcoming guests, so that by striking a gong, so that by striking a gong, they could summon other guais patrolling the area. They waited every day for the chance to see the macaque chief, planning to summon the local guais and give him a good beating when the time came. Such strife amongst the monkeys. Such strife. The image in this one's interesting. There's like some evil spirit thing coming out of its stomach. I think that's like representing its hunger and stuff. Dual Blade Monk. Clad in red attire with twin blades in hand, his pristine edges dance and gleam, their spirit bold and grand. Each swing of the blade hides another move inside. Midlife brings wisdom, yet a crooked path to bide. In days past, a monk wielding twin blades sought out New Thunderclap Temple, hoping to learn more advanced techniques there. His blades were plain in appearance, thus upon entering the New West and seeing the dazzling and peculiar weapons of the Yakshas, he was filled with envy. In his childhood, he had once admired a pair of ornate blades, but his master had scolded him for his vanity. Focusing on the beauty of your weapon will only lead you astray in martial arts. The monk had taken these words to heart, but now, seeing that others did not adhere to this principle, he began to waver. He approached the Yakshas, inquiring about the aesthetics of their swords. The Yakshas were puzzled and replied, "The more beautiful the blades, the more I want to practice with them. How could that be a hindrance?" Still uncertain, the monk sought advice from his senior, Non-Pure, who was skilled with a monk's spade. Non-Pure replied, "Since you have already mastered your techniques, why cling to the past?" Taking this to heart, the monk abandoned his old blades, and, inspired by the Yaksha's ornate designs, forged himself a pair of new elaborate blades, hoping to fulfill his childhood dream. However, despite their striking appearance, the new ones were not the familiar, plain ones he had used for years, and with these new weapons, new flaws were revealed in the techniques he had honed over so many years. Alas, spring gives birth, summer nurtures, autumn harvests, and winter stores. All things have their seasons. Gaining something out of season, even if obtained, is still a loss. Understanding the right moment for all things is indeed a difficult lesson to learn. Interesting. So to fall to his vanity, so too does his well-honed technique abate. Wolf Guardian. The wolf's heart was once kind and sound. Misled, however, consumed by desire. The path to return was once easily found, yet fate was sealed by the words of a liar. There was a year wherein a young wolf followed a great elder wolf to learn the art of hunting. The master taught him that a great hunter strikes swiftly and surely, sparing their prey from suffering. The young wolf pondered this long and hard. After years of training, he devised his own killing technique. He thought his master would be pleased with his progress, but instead, the elder wolf scolded him for disrupting the circle of karma and told him to repent. The young wolf's mind swam with confusion at his master's seeming contradiction. And so the young wolf left Black Myth Mountain and wandered the lands. On his travels, he heard folks whisper that wolves, though hardy and loyal to each other, were brutal, vicious, and treacherous. The wolf guy grew more perplexed. It seemed his years of training went against the ways of the world. One day, as he passed through the New West, he heard tales of a dharma of ecstasy, and that place that could free a troubled mind. He sought an audience with the abbot. The abbot was a chubby monk in yellow robes who loved to transform. He heard out the wolf guy's woes and counseled, "Wolves are born to hunt, to slay. It is the way of your kind. Men are not the same. They are born to plow and plant, to reap and sow. Frail and feeble, such is their lot. They seek to leash you wolves with false preempts, for they hope to escape your fang and claws. But heed me, wolf. Each kind must follow the call of their blood, the song of their soul. Why should you bow to the mewling of men?" Oh, Jesus. That cough came out of nowhere. Agua. These words lit up the wolf guy's mind. At that moment, he knew his path lay within the halls of New Thunderclap Temple, where he would walk the road to ecstasy. The chubby monk laughed. "In my temple, we bow to none save our own hearts. Beware, for those who fear death have no place here." The wolf guy gladly accepted and became the monk's most loyal guardian. Armed with a scythe, he is now bound by no code save his own savage joy. Heed not a word from his tongue. So that's what a wolf-guy was doing here. Interesting. Thunder Rhino Master. Green pines hold the lingering snow. Emerald flames guard the dim light's glow. Wandering beyond that sacred hill, true nature lies in temperance will. Just my shit. Along with the fall of the Yaksha kingdom, the Rakshasa kingdom, due to their kinship with the Yakshas, also met its end. Thunder Rhino Masters was a descent. What? That? Okay, that's a weird way to structure that sentence. Thunder Rhino Masters was a descendant of the Rakshasas. Among his relatives, many followed Princess Rakshasi, I think. Right? Yeah, Rakshasi. Many followed Princess Rakshasi. After her eastward migration, Rakshasi had a new Taoist master in the celestial court. Practicing Taoism in Buddhism's stead, Rakshasi marked a departure from her past. Thunder Rhino Masters, unwilling to accept this change, heard that a branch of the Yakshas was seeking Buddhist teachings in the New West and decided to come here. Unlike the Yakshas' free-spirited practice, Thunder Rhino Masters, though an outer disciple, held their master in high regard and strictly adhered to the temple's rules. Reaching the ultimate bliss was not their ultimate goal. It was simply their nature to strive with all their efforts in everything they do. Even when guarding the temple, they were relentless. If anyone disturbed the temple's peace, the lightning they summoned would pursue and strike without mercy. Such individuals could sometimes inspire admiration, but they could also be quite troublesome. Very zealous guardsmen, then. Dark-faced Overlord. Oh, this is that giant guy that I killed. Majestic stands the mountain's frame, its golden peak an enlightening flame. Winds and clouds by will are swayed, heart remains clear night and day. The grand hall was filled with pious devotees attending the ceremony. This was the fourth ceremony organized by Yellowbrow for his mortal believers. A devotee had attended 3 times, witnessing numerous miracles on each occasion. However, it was the first time for his acquaintance from their hometown to attend such a ceremony, and the acquaintance harbored deep suspicions. Before long, 2 blind monks carried in a statue of a wrathful Varha. Maybe? Vajra? Varha sounds like German or like Norse. Vajra sounds more Chinese, I think. At least it feels like it. I don't know. Is it? Is that racist to assume, or at least like object to consonant kind to a certain language? I don't know. Anyways, Wrathful Vajra. The devotee introduced it to his acquaintance, saying, "This Vajra can discern a person's goodness or evil." As he finished speaking, 2 men approached the statue, accusing each other over some grievances. In no time, they reduced to ashes by the Vajra. The acquaintance was shocked by the abruptness of it all. Just then, he heard heavy footsteps outside the hall. Looking out the window, he saw a giant with blue skin, draped in a golden-spiked robe, walking slowly towards them. The devotee introduced again, "This guardian can judge a person's sincerity." After saying this, the monks led the crowd to present their offerings to the guardian one by one. He reminded, "Make sure to give away all your money." The acquaintance, deeply distrustful of the devotee's words, said, "You've been deceived by them. These monks are all frauds." The devotee retorted angrily, "How can you speak so recklessly? Why would I deceive you, being from the same hometown? Who knows if you're in cahoots with them?" Their argument grew louder and louder. The Vajra, seeing their quarrel, raised its steel fork and charged at them. The acquaintance quickly fled, but the devotee shouted, "Don't be afraid. I will prove my sincerity." The Vajra showed no hesitation. No hesitance. Just when the acquaintance thought his fellow townsman was doomed, the blue-skinned giant raised his hand to block the Vajra, saving the devotee's life. From then on, the acquaintance became a regular at the ceremonies, always making sure to give away all his money before leaving, just like his fellow townsmen. They got him. They scammed him. He should have known not to trust the show they put on for him. Let's see. A Pramana bat. Dwelling in a Buddha's form, with wings to ride the wind's storm. An iron heart, through toil it sings, a golden shell, in splendor it springs. Years ago, in mountains remote, there was a small temple built by the local villagers. The temple was unattended, housing only a black statue, with dried lamps and an empty censer. One day, a wandering swordsman passed by and decided to spend the night in the temple before continuing his journey. As he was drifting off to sleep, he suddenly heard the sound of wind behind him. Opening his eyes slightly, he saw the statue on the altar sprout wings and take flight. The creature had scythe-like claws on its feet. Terrified, the swordsman quickly rolled over, drew his sword, and engaged in a fierce battle with the statue, eventually slaying it. The next morning, the villagers gathered outside the temple, bringing flowers and wine to thank the swordsman for ridding them of the Yaoguai. They explained that many such temples in the mountains were inhabited by these Yaoguai, disguised as statues, and asked the swordsman to eliminate them all. Seeing the villagers had brought a great deal of silver, greed overtook him, and he agreed, asking them to lead the way. Surrounded by the villagers, who praised and urged him on, the swordsman was led deep into the forest of a larger ancient temple. As soon as he entered the hall, he saw incense burning high and candles glowing brightly. On the altar sat a larger statue, similar appearance to the one he had killed before, but coated in gold, with a particularly majestic and imposing presence. Sensing danger, the swordsman tried to flee, but the statue took flight, flapping its wings to unleash a frosty wind that froze him in place. Watching the golden statue use its hooked claws to pierce the swordsman's shoulders and drag him into the back of the temple, the villagers all knelt and made their wishes. The next day, everything they had wished for appeared at their doorsteps. Well, that's dark. Human sacrifices for human wishes. That's evil. Longli Gulang. So, like, are all these frog guys just gonna have these 4 syllables in their name just rearranged? Unafraid of the northern chill, with skin like jade, it loves the thrill. Mist turns to frost and snow, in icy play, its spirit grows. Picking up from where we left off, that Taoist who had fled in disgrace spent several years in secluded meditation in the mountains, mastering the 5 thunder technique until he could wield it with perfect ease. Confident in his abilities, he set out once more. During his journey, he captured a small electric tadpole and confined it within his gourd. As he passed through the snowy mountains, the tadpole began to stir restlessly inside the gourd, signaling the presence of a frog guai nearby. Following the signs, he arrived at a deep icy pool in a valley, and indeed found a giant frog, covered in frost and lying dormant by the shore. Without hesitation, the Taoist unleashed a thunderbolt at the frog, expecting it to be struck down instantly. To his surprise, the frog leaped high into the air and dodged the attack. Unperturbed, the Taoist cast another thunderbolt, but the frog evaded again, hopping closer with each leap. Learned from the past, the Taoist retreated several steps, thinking himself clever. However, to his surprise, the frog stood on its hind legs, puffed out its chest, lunged forward, and knocked the Taoist off balance with its large belly. As he prepared to strike back, the frog opened its mouth and blew a gust of icy wind, freezing him in place. Just as the frog was about to devour him, a group of monks appeared from the other side of the pool. Seeing the Taoist frozen there, they drove the frog guy away, narrowly saving his life. So I think this is continuing on from the other frog guys stories. So I think once we gather up all the frog guys, we'll have to reread that story in its totality to get the full narrative. Old Ginseng Guai scatters o'er the mountain's crest, rich soil births dews of the best. 7 ounces common, 8 ounces rare, a slight difference, fortunes lay bare. This story was told by a pharmacist in the city, and it concerns a secret about his cousin's family. The cousin's ancestors were originally ginseng gatherers in the mountains. For some unknown reason, they abandoned their old craft and became woodcutters. Although the family was not wealthy, everyone lived long lives. From a young age, their cousin often saw a shabby, unkempt old man visiting their home. Whenever he came, the family would prepare a lavish meal and fine wine for him to enjoy alone. At the time, the cousin despised the old man, thinking he was a freeloading drunkard who seldom spoke and often caused trouble when drunk. One day, the old man visited again for a drink while the cousin's great-grandmother fell gravely ill with typhoid fever, seemingly on the brink of death. Upon hearing about her critical condition, the old man went into the courtyard, reached into the ground with both hands, and outcrawled numerous vines. Among these vines grew a small seedling that quickly matured, blossomed, and bore fruit. The old man pulled it out, revealing a Millennium Ginseng. After the great-grandmother drank the ginseng soup, she miraculously recovered and remains healthy to this day. It was on that day that the cousin seemed to come to a realization and began to treat the old man with great respect, as if he were a member of the family. The cousin once invited the pharmacist to move to the mountains and live with him, but the pharmacist flatly refused. The pharmacist explained, "Although your family enjoys longevity, they live on bland meals every day, and life in the deep mountains are too lonely. I still prefer to live in the city, hence I cannot go with you. Just take the story as a fun anecdote." So they had Grandpa Ginseng, who he'd come by and they'd feed him, but, he also keeps the family healthy and happy and stuff, which I'd say that's a pretty good relationship. Mutually beneficial. And he seems nice. Like, the moment that he heard great-grandma was, really ill and just not doing well, he's just like, I'll fix it. And he just does it. So, seems like a nice guy. Non-white. So we've heard about non-pure. I don't think we fought non-pure, but this is non-white. A jester's face with powder white, a cunning form, both sly and slight, boldly plays the leading role, yet remains an actor, lost in the whole. In the village of Tuoluo, yeah, I think. In the village of Tuoluo, there was a small opera troupe of about a dozen members. Watching their performances was considered the most luxurious entertainment within miles. Among the troupe was an actor who specialized in playing the jester. He always painted his face white, and the villagers would snicker whenever they saw him. The jester was deeply frustrated. Since childhood, he had dreamed of playing a heroic role on stage. To join the troupe, he had worked as an unpaid servant for the troupe leader for a year. He trained tirelessly, regardless of the weather or his health. Yet he ended up being the subject of ridicule. The jester suggested a role switch. However, everyone said he lacked the righteous aura needed for such a heroic role. Disbelieving their words, the jester took on the role of the hero without notifying the cast during the performance, and beat up the hero on stage. The audience was furious. They destroyed the stage and left without paying. The jester was condemned. Not commended. That's being commended is being praised. The jester was condemned by the troop, while the beaten hero was comforted. In a fit of rage, the troop leader expelled the jester from the group. Despite much reflection, the jester couldn't understand why he suffered such reprimand. Eventually, he concluded that it was his appearance that was the problem. Thus, with 2 poisoned daggers, he waited in an alley and killed the hero actor. He peeled the man's face and wore it, hoping to take over his life. The next day, when it was time for the hero to appear on stage, the jester, wearing the actor's face, stepped forward and sang passionately. Initially, the audience was deceived, but later they were horrified. Believing the jester had gone mad, they tied him up and sent him to a temple 1,000 miles away for seclusion. Upon seeing him, the abbot of the temple was overjoyed. He named the jester Non-White, and even created a unique practicing technique combining poison and frost for him. The abbot told him that a destined one would come and help him master the technique, and he could become a true hero if he could wear the face of the destined one. From the day on, no one dared to walk the mountain path guarded by Non-White, fearing they might encounter him wearing someone else's face. Well, that's horrifying. This dude was sick and twisted. Alright, who we got here? Turtle General. Yeah, big turtle that carried us across the lake, and then we collected his tear because his friend was dead, and that was sad. Completing Zhuanwu's name, I think, the turtle and the snake. Cycles end and cycles start. The Yaoguais they break. In frozen realms of ice and snow, they honor nature's call. United hearts in decay, better to die than living in pain. The New West, above the bitter lake. The turtle and snake generals revealed their true forms. The turtle general, as massive as Mount Tai, landed in the lake, causing huge waves. The snake general, representing the mythical Zhu Long, coiled around a mountain ridge, shaking the earth. Yellowbrow showed no fear, wielding a spike-shaft cudgel, strong and flexible, engaging the 2 generals in fierce combat. The turtle sprayed water, and the snake breathed fire, almost gaining the upper hand. Suddenly, Yellowbrow threw an object into the bitter lake, which transformed into a 10-tailed golden fish. The fish grew rapidly upon contact with water, entangling the turtle general. The snake general intended to assist, but Yellowbrow untied a sack from his waist, releasing a strange beast. This creature had a gilded body and a Buddha's head, with sharp claws on its feet. On the shore, it engaged in a fierce and evenly matched battle with the snake general. As the 4 clashed and shouted, Yellowbrow stood on the cliff, chanting. Suddenly, a freezing wind howled, and a heavy snowstorm descended, blanketing thousands of miles and freezing the lake's surface. Despite their immortality, the turtle and snake were bound by their natural instincts to hibernate in the cold. Gradually, they grew weary and exhausted, their eyelids heavy with fatigue. After countless rounds, the turtle general, unable to endure any longer, sank into the icy depths of the water. As he closed his eyes, the last scene he saw was the snake general, unable to escape the frost and icy blades, being cut into several chunks on the shore. Damn. Sounds like an epic battle with a really tragic end. Alright. Enough education. Had like 30 minutes of learning. Let's get on. Let's see. We gotta do Front Hills first, I believe. This is to get the Skanda that I missed. Righto. Let's go. Should just be straight ahead. What do you mean you knew this day would come? I already been here through, guy. You had no idea I'd be back for something. Bad luck. Indeed. Alright. should be. You be smarter. Don't incur my wrath. Okay. Here we go. I missed this. Skanda of Form. That's what we missed here. Alright. Incense Trail Talisman. Onwards! Alright. Now the tip that I got was to go to Windrest Hamlet, turn around with the pale tree thing, and head down into the village and take a left. So left here. Oh!
I'm here, little monkey. Let me hear my Rattle-Drum. Where is my pa? Did you see him? I was scared. They were all around me. They told me Pa took people from the village and fed them to a king. That's a lie. That's not my pa.
Right, so if I'm remembering correctly, I think we got this toy drum from Tiger Acolyte. Because, yeah, I would... Right? Yeah, I think it was Tiger Acolyte. Because I do remember Tiger Acolyte had a thing with his son. And this is talking about his son. Okay. So... mentioning a village. Taking people from the village. I think I might have an idea what village. Because, like, let's see. Nope. Because there's Sandgate Village. So maybe he's talking about Sandgate Village? Like the only village that I know of in this area. Well, aside from that tiny little village there, but that's not called a village, so. I'm just thinking village is something he said. Sandgate Village, because village is in the name. I'm just gonna see if this works. Yes, hello. Get out. Okay. Ooh, material. Gimme, gimme. Ow. Get out. No reaction so far. Over here, maybe? Oh, yes!
Huh? How did you even know I was here?
Pure luck.
Just Pa and I know of this place. Don't tell anyone, but I have a friend in this row. He helped me with my coughing fit. It's been so long. I hope his wounds have healed too. Come down and play with us.
Oh, well, of course. Okay. I see, I didn't even realize this was a well. Alright. Guess we're going in. I think this is where we're going to find that Tiger Acolyte grew loyal to.
And he dares bear our father's title under that yellow wind glide. Brother or not, I will have my vengeance. The kid's dad ran off, but now you've shown up to be eaten.
Ah, this is Tiger Vanguard's brother. Ow! 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 Ooh, Jesus. Ow. Ow. Oh, that was that time. Ow. 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 Oh, this is not going well. Ow. Oh, damn. Oh, he just death clapped me. Oh, I think that was a good first run. Oh, cool. We respawn right here. Huh. This is definitely not under a well. Where the hell are we? How did we even get here? Oh, well. Hello there.
How can you make your name? Seek away.
Because I'm gonna kick your ass, that's how. Get it! Counter! Trip you up, buddy. Ow. There we go.
To avenge my father.
Twice as nice. The Tiger family. Ooh. A spirit skill. Mad Tiger Spirit. Oh, we turned into a biggin. Take the form of Mad Tiger, roar with terrifying might to shock surrounding foes and deal area damage to the front. Yeah, no. Tiger Acolyte, you're my friend. You and I, together till the end. Yeah, for now. Insane cape. Huh. Alright. I do believe that concludes our side quest business. Still got the fox brush, but that's until we find the Thunderclap Temple, which we have yet to do, so we continue on. Oh, wait. How do I get out of here? Oh, here we go. Here's a shrine. Bottom of the well. Yes, this is totally the bottom of a well. All right. On to the Brook of Bliss. Righto. So that over there is where we came from. This way over here is unknown. Let us explore. Hello there. Man, you guys fall down quickly. You're supposed to be zealotous protectors or something. We absorb. Where you go? Hello there. Non-able. Ooh. Ow. Ass knocked me out. Taste that shit. Ow. Ow. This dude is just super chilling. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass with my arms tied behind my back. Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. Take it. Ow. Ooh. Damn. He caught me with that one. It's fine. It's fine. Attempt number 2, buckaroo. Easy peasy. Non-stop combo. Ow. Phase 1, done and done. Heal up. Ow. Ass. Ow. Surprise, bitch. Ow. 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 Kicking me around. I don't like it. There we go. Doing it twice, very nice. Ooh, yet another spirit skill. What do you give me, buddy? Take the form of non-able, loose a flurry of punches and kicks, different phases of light attack, enable different moves. So off base. So I can do this at different phases of light attack and it will do different things? Interesting. Increase attack, critical hit chance, and critical damage, but massively reduces maximum mana. Yeah, no thanks. I like my mana where it's at. I like spamming spells. I'm a spellcaster as much as I am a warrior. Yep. And chest. Gimme, gimme. Yay, more stuff. Anything up here? Or is this just like a weird shrine structure? Seems to be just a solid pillar. Right, oh. Where next to go? Guess we'll head down there. Ow. Be gone. Alright, time to rest up and heal up. And explore down there. I think I have to go back over. Yep. Cross the bridge and then head down. Hello there! Goodbye. Oh great, another sign of that. Die! 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 Thank you. Hello there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh god. There we are. Get Shrek'd. I'm just getting oodles of spirit skills today. Crow Diviner. Take the form of Crow Diviner, scatter a field of frigid dust from an incense burner, stacking frostbane on both you and your foes. Why would I? Why is it stacking on me too? That's bullshit. Alright, whatever. Tiger Acolyte's just been my favorite so far. He does really good damage. Raises my critical hit rate, even though it's still abysmal, but I like it. Ended. Gather. I have a feeling there's something here. Ooh, 2 sparks. Little ninja frogs. That please. Gimme. Yay, more will. What's down here? Where are we now? Watermelon field. Ooh! This is for that that one guy's quest. Alright, well, let's reignite the sparks first, and then, let's see. Yeah, we'll start going down to that, and then, what is it? My critical hit chance is already maxed out. Huh. I'm gonna have to do more of those. Alright. Oh well, I have one I could use somewhere. 92. Yeah, I'll take that one just for the hell of it. And then damage, weapon resistance, increases attack, recovery rate, maximum mana. Ew, I should focus this one next. Oh, it costs 2 per level. Alright. Oh. I remember the tale telling that we need to jump the cliff, so, I know it. Something over here.
Time and again I tested you, and I saw nothing but gullible goodness. Our brother does misjudge as well. It requires no effort to trick you. You will never be the destined one. Let me help you end your sorry life.
Green capped martialist. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, I'm lagging. Oh, Jesus.
Stoke the fire.
Ow. I tried to dodge it. Ow. Moment. Get it.
Why try those amateur tricks again?
Because they were working on you before.
You stop the nerve.
Ow. Safe. And smack. There we go.
Foolhardy, nothing more. I've done as our brother asked. Till we meet again.
Your faith has led you here. Rest easy. You won't find those noisy chantings and pained screamings here. A nice, ripe melon. Want a bite? It's better than you think. Sun Wukong used it to trick that disciple of mine. Come. Come closer.
Jeez.
Now you've found this place, I'll teach you a trick neither of them knows. Your hand.
Spellbinder. Bind spells, vessels, transformations, and soul skills to enhance attack, focusing solely on martial arts to subdue enemies.
Spellbinder. It hurts no foe but binds yourself. You'll come to understand its use. An old friend of Sun Wukong came to me, wanting some peace. I led him to the Great Pagoda, Have you paid him a visit? They say you are the destined one. But if destiny is set, what difference do our actions make?
Weird. Why did he give us a spell? Oh, I'm so confused now. Right. Well, I think that might be the end of our adventure for today. Here, let's see. Let's rest and then... What is that spell set on? Rock Solid, Cloud Step. Spell Binder. An offensive spell activated by slapping the character written on the palm against the chest. It considerably enhances attack. While active, the character emits a continuous golden glow, binding the use of any other spells, vessels, transformations, and spirit skills. When confronted with formidable foes capable of restricting spellcasting, the spell may offer an unexpected advantage. So there's likely going to be an enemy or a boss or multiple that will bind us from using spells for at least a while, or perhaps the whole fight. And this spell will likely come in handy with that because it'll enhance our attacks. Could also just be a good way to like go insano mode after I've used up a couple spells, so yeah, I think I'll give it a try. But we'll have to test it out some other time. For now, this is where we're going to end things for today. Thank you guys for joining me on the journey so far. Leave a like and a comment down below if you've enjoyed what you've seen here. And remember to also consider subscribing, and if you do, be sure to hit that notification bell. Blah, blah, blah. I would truly appreciate it. And I hope to see you all next time. Peace out.